Okay, facing a min open from earlier position. I think it's fine to call it ace three suited here. Shorter stack indicates he may be a weaker player. This flop, we're just giving up. Okay, and Gibson, are they going to open? We are still going to 3-bet 10s. We're going to go a little bit larger since we're going to be out of position. But yeah, he's got a pretty tight range here, so gotta be a little bit careful. Okay, and he 4-bets us. It's actually pretty standard sizing. I just don't think we can fold with this hand, but I think he's probably weighted towards ace king and like jacks, queens, kings. Maybe he would have a hand like ace five suited, rarely. It's a dangerous flop for us, sort of. I expect him to sort of just be betting range on this flop, really. And like, I guess with the SPR, what it is, he doesn't really need to bet his value hands here. If he does have a hand like aces, if he has the ace of clubs, maybe he would elect to not bet. Okay, with this sizing, yeah, I mean, he could be doing this with this whole range. So I think he's still got basically everything he had pre. Okay, that card's better for him than it is for us. At this point, like we're behind most of his 4-bet range. Okay, and when he checks back, I think maybe he does have a hand like jacks, queens, kings. Do we ever get that hand to fold? I mean, he could still have kings, so I think we just have to check. Just hope he checks behind. It's interesting that he would check the ace and then jam, but like the king. What happened here? We check flop. Go ahead and c-bet for some protection / value. I think we're just sucks, but we just gotta fold tens here. You can just fold tens there pre. Okay, for his stack size, I think I like betting. I could maybe get him to fold like a pocket pair. I'm big hands on the table. we're going to ISO this early position short stack with nines. Against this stack size, what's the best way to get all the money in here? I think I like a small bet. This is potentially a 3-bet here with ace 5 off. Short stack on the button. Can't really see value in raising here. 10's a nice card to have, 10 of hearts. But I think it just gets him to fold out all his better hands. Okay, here we get 3-bet in position and a cold call out of the small blind. And I think I just like a 4-bet with this hand. Okay, when check, check, we are going to try to get some value here. He likely doesn't have very strong hands, so I don't want to go huge. All right, on this board, out of position, we need to be c-betting super select or fairly selectively here. This board's pretty good for us. It's pretty dry. We do have some backdoor draws. But I think with this hand exactly, I don't know, I think it's close, but I think we're going to check. Okay, when he bets, we definitely, I think we have a hand we continue with here with a half pot bet. So we pick up a double gutter, which is okay. We're going to overbet this hand. 4 shouldn't really change anything. And like he shouldn't have that many threes. We pick up the double gutter. This for pretty large sizing. I'm wondering if we can raise, if we have any fold equity here. 5 into 17. I guess it's probably just a fold. Okay, I think this hand's probably a mix, and we are going to 3-bet it this time. Suited, we're definitely just flatting. This hand's an okay open. Okay, when he continues here, I expect him to have like some straight draws, some Jack X, some 9X, 7X, King. Don't love that card, but when he checks back, I think he's really weighted towards maybe some one pair hands, maybe some straight draws. I'm trying to think like if we ever get called by worse. I don't know. It seems pretty thin. Two limps from some shorter stacks. I think we have a really solid hand against these two guys, but I don't really see a reason to bloat the plot now. I think we're just likely to get called by an ace here, so I think we're just gonna give up. Okay, with pocket threes and three shorter stacks behind, I don't mind living behind. I'm trying to flop set really. All right, let's focus up. Okay, I'll be betting fairly selectively here on this board. Out of position, two-tone. King high is good for me, for sure, but he's got a lot of broadways in his sliding range as well. Is Queen nine suited a good ISO here? This table's kind of full of fish. I don't really hate it. Okay, he checks back. I think that means we can go ahead and start betting. We don't really have any equity, so we're actually just going to check. Probably just giving up. Well, I guess, we don't really need equity to delay c-bet. Yeah. That's something I'm going to go over with my coach. Okay, this board in general is pretty good for the big blinds calling range, but this hand on this board is actually quite good, I think. So we are going to be betting selectively, but this hand makes the cut. Okay, I think I like three betting sevens here, even though under the gun it's got a pretty tight range. I think it's just a little bit too strong, or yeah, too strong to fold. And I don't really like calling out of the small blind in this spot. Pretty good flop for us. He definitely has some queen X in his range, but so do we. And we have we have aces, kings, and he doesn't. So we are just going to go for a small bet here. It might be a situation where I want to just do a delayed c-bet, but I mean, we gain some protection there. Get him to fold over cards, potentially even like eights. I doubt he's folding eights there, but you never know. All right, this board is a great flop for us. His range is got a lot of broadways and some pocket pairs. But in general, we're gonna be betting this flop. It's rainbow, it's low. It's pretty hard for him to connect. He does connect, and ooh, that's a really interesting turn. When he just calls there, I think maybe he's got potentially he's in like 9-10. He could have it. He could have sets. He could have ace king. He could have two overs with a back door. He could have a lot of hands. But I think on this turn card, we're going to be checking a lot. He could have pocket sixes, for instance. He could have sets, sixes, sevens, eights. When he checks back, that's interesting. Types of hands he's checking back. Threes. He could have some small pocket pairs here. What is betting? Does betting get him to fold any of his pairs? I'm not sure what the line I took that betting gets him to fold any of his pairs, especially, I don't know, man. Can he just snap bets? I think this board's just like we do with the queen of diamonds, which is nice. Maybe I should bluff here. Should have bluffed here, but like, let's say he did have a hand like 9-10 with the back door on the flop, like he gets there. I don't know, I guess we're just folding. I don't really, that was a rough hand. I don't really know what to do that hand. Okay, on this board, I think we can actually just bet range small and expect to get a lot of folds. When he does call now, I think we need to be a bit more selective. I think we're going to keep betting our decent aces, our flush draws. We do pick up a gut shot. We do pick up a gut shot. We have the 9 of clubs. Having the 9s kind of blocks some of his folding range, but I actually don't really mind a larger bet here. I think like he could be floating. Okay, he just called pretty quickly. Leads me to believe he has maybe clubs, ace X. I don't know that a jack just snap calls like that. I don't know that he has many better hands that are folding. Like I think he's either got ace X or clubs. I don't think I really need to bet here if he has clubs. Maybe he'll just check behind. Okay, when he bets, he could have, let's see, having the 9 of clubs kind of sucks here. We block 9-10. Well, yeah, it really sucks to have 2 9s. We block 9-10. Blocks some of his club draws, and he just feels pretty ace heavy here. I don't think he's ever value betting a jack, especially for this sizing. Yeah, it just feels pretty ace heavy. I think just having 9s there is like the worst. We're just blocking all this, so many bluffs, but and we have the 9 of clubs too. So like, here, super dry flop. Big blinds range should be pretty wide. We're going to be c-betting very liberally on this flop for a small. Actually, you know what? I think this is this? I don't know if this is a small sizing flop. I think 2-tone may be a larger sizing, but 1-tone is a small sizing. Okay, we get 3-bet. We're going to be 4-betting over there. He calls and the 8 comes. The 8's definitely is slightly better for him. We are going to be checking that card quite often. Okay, we're going to 4-bet here to about 13. Yeah, I just don't see really any bluffs that he has here. Unless he's bluffing with a hand like king, queen, 9, 10, 10 jack, something along those lines. Oh, shoot. Okay, we're definitely not folding with the king. Okay, it's a pretty good flop for us. He did call a 4-bet, so he's pretty strong. We have 2 overs. If we had aces, we wouldn't be betting necessarily. We have the diamond and we have the backdoor draws. Feel pretty lost here. Like, kind of just want to jam. But then I think it's pretty easy to play against the jam. So I guess I'm just going to check behind. It's a good card for us. With this pot size, he's got 36 back. Just trying to think how to get all the money. I guess like we're just going to jam. Wow. It's probably a limp. I should have limped this hand. Okay, well, I would have got raised, but that's definitely, I should complete the small blind in that spot for sure. Okay, a couple limpers we're just going to complete. Similar to like what we should have done up here. We had queen jack. Considering a 3-bet here with ace-7 suited, I guess we just let it go. Okay, this gets checked through. I think it's pretty likely we have the best hand at this point. I guess one of these two guys could have an ace. Big blind probably doesn't. Well, I guess I don't know why I said that, but it's less like it's none of the gun open. We're just folding king 10 suited there. Okay, it checks through again. Now I think we can try to get value from a worse jack, any pair. We're gonna be 3-betting ace queen. Can he raises? That's really strange. It just feels like maybe like a 2-pair hand. I don't know, like what the hell is he raising with, right? He could have a hand like 6-4, something like that, right? He's the big blind, so he could have anything. Maybe he can't win, but I don't really see much value in betting. I'm trying to get him to fold. Okay, we get called in 2 spots and we just flop an under pair to the board. We have 1 clean out, sort of. Okay, with 2 shorter stacks in the pot. 1 limp ahead of me. I don't mind limping with 5-6 here. We do flop an open ender. They're not folding. Gets an interesting flop here. We don't really gain any protection by betting. And I don't know that we get any value from Morris hands. Maybe. But I think I like a check and maybe delaying my c-bet here. Okay, he checks over to me after betting flop. I think we're gonna bet large. Okay, I just don't think we can just fold that hand quite yet. It's pretty brutal river. Checking jacks here. Okay, bet 6. I block straights. I block some flush draw bluffs. Calling. I just don't think this is a good hand to continue with here. This seems like it's an underbluff spot. I think he's just got like ace X or jack X like quite often when he bets turn, bets river. So we're just gonna let it go. Okay, here I check out flop on this rainbow board. Not a whole lot of bluffs he can have here. I don't know if he would be betting a hand like, he could be potentially betting like 7s, 9s, 10s. I think maybe he's probably checking back those hands after, well, I guess he's getting some protection from them. But he's kind of repping just queen X. That's a really interesting card. It's a bit less likely he has queen X now, but I still don't see many bluffs that he can have. If he did have like somehow to hand like 4-5, then like he got counterfeited here. I mean, he could have had 6-7. Man, oh man. I mean, I guess like I just don't see any bluffs that he could have really, but like, can he have a queen? I mean, I block queen jack. You just have to have like some random bluff here. For this sizing, he's kind of just saying he's a queen, right? I do block queen jack. I don't know. We'll see. Show me a queen. Okay, against an under the gun limp, we actually are going to complete our small blind here with sixes. What did he show down? Ace-3 off. Okay, we check raising this flop. Okay, if I make it this, it's going to be 7 more for him to call a pot that's like 15. A little bit larger. Here we have the backdoor flush draw and the 2 overs. Oh, interesting. We get 3-bet here. Okay, we turn some equity. We can't go crazy on that card. Card's actually probably pretty good for him. I think we're just going to check. I'd hate for like a heart to come and we don't get it in. So I think I'm just going to rip it here. It's okay if he folds. Oh boy. Okay, what types of hands does he have here? 8-9 would certainly be one. Pocket pairs, like I don't know what he's just calling. Like I don't know. I think it's hard to get called here, but I don't want to check. Takes a flopper check raising for sure. Okay, queen comes, we can, queen's better for his range, maybe better to check, but. This is strange. I guess you could have in like king, queen, ace, king. Ten jack, what bluff does he have? We block clubs. Spades, he could have spades, but maybe it's the king of spades. I mean, what the fuck, man? He calls a turn bet. And he just bets half pot. We block like some straight draws. I guess we just have to let this one go. This is like one of our worst bluff catchers, probably. It's a spot where I just like think I'm so good. But maybe I'm just paying people off there all the time. Okay, we're definitely under the gun min open, and I button both shorter stacks, probably weaker players. We're just gonna 4-bet here with king queen suited. Don't mind taking it down pre. We're gonna 3-bet eights. All right, I guess we're gonna call it a session. I think we have some good spots. I'll wait for this ace jack suited hand to finish. Under the gun open, button flat. We elect to go for a larger size 3-bet here from the small blind. Oof, we get cold 4-bet. It's like for this sizing though, like, I mean, I know that we're just like not doing well at all. We're getting 5-1. And we're fairly deep. I mean, I think we can peel a flop. It's a good flop. Hard to lose a lot of money in that flop. This is interesting because of the big blind stack size, but I still like 3-betting this hand here. This hand is just like super strong at this point. There's some decent dead money. I'm getting 3-1. Honestly, not sure what to do. Probably crushed. He's trying to get heads up. Gonna be out of position. Just let it go. Oh yeah, gonna end this.